Welcome to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. Plus, check out exclusive show-related content and join the community at patreon.com/Animal Stories for Kids. And now, it's time for our story. Once upon a time, there was a bamboo rat named Coven. Coven the bamboo rat lived deep in the forest where bamboo trees grew tall and thick. And he lived mostly underground by himself in his own little chamber near all the other bamboo rats in a great maze of tunnels that ran beneath the bamboo trees. And out of all the bamboo rats that knew about the tunnels underground, no one knew it better than Coven. He was one of the older and wiser rats in the whole colony, and he had spent his whole life digging, planning, and taking care of the little ones. If a tunnel needed expanding, Coven the bamboo rat knew exactly where to dig. If a baby bamboo rat needed a warm place to sleep, Coven had just the spot for it. But one morning, as Coven the bamboo rat nibbled on a fresh bamboo shoot outside the burrow, a young bamboo rat from the farthest side of the tunnels came scrambling toward him, its whiskers twitching in alarm.
Coven! The spring rains are worse than ever this year. Water is pouring into the tunnels from the burrow openings on the far side.
Coven the bamboo rat's ears perked up. The spring rains always made the soil wet, but if too much water got in, it could flood their tunnels and ruin everything. Their food, their burrows, and worst of all, put the babies in danger. Coven hopped onto his feet and said,
"Let's go. Take me there right now."
He followed the young bamboo rat through the maze of tunnels, his sharp claws gripping the dirt as he moved quickly through the underground paths he had helped create. When he reached the far side of the tunnel system, Coven immediately saw the problem. Water was already dripping from the ceiling and filling up the tunnel floors. It wasn't flooding inside yet, but if the rain kept coming down this hard, the tunnels could soon become a muddy mess. And worse, water could go through the tunnels and drown everything. Coven the bamboo rat had to think fast. First, he had to save the babies. Coven scurried back toward the nursery chambers in the tunnel system. And in one of those chambers were tiny bamboo rat babies, just a few weeks old, curled up together, with their soft squeaks filling the air. Their mothers looked up, worried.
"It's all right now,"
Coven the bamboo rat said, though his mind was racing.
"We just need to move them somewhere safer."
He led the mothers to a chamber he had dug a long time ago. It was much higher up in the tunnel system, where the soil was thick and dry, and certainly high enough to be safe from any flooding. It was closer to the surface, but was still hidden beneath the thick bamboo roots, which protected that area from the water. It was warm, dry, and safe. As soon as the babies were settled, Coven hurried to the next problem. He had to save the food. Bamboo rats love to eat bamboo roots, stems, and shoots, and they store extras in hidden chambers for later. Coven knew exactly where all the food was kept, deep in a storage room near one of the longest tunnels. So he went there. But when he got there, he saw a problem. The water was already trickling in down the long tunnel.
"Oh no,
Coven the bamboo rat muttered. He took a few seconds to think about what to do. They needed a new storage spot, one that wouldn't flood. So he grabbed a small bunch of bamboo shoots and scurried toward another chamber he had dug months ago. It was dry too and roomy. But as soon as he put the bamboo inside, he heard a little drip, drip, plop. He pressed his paws to the dirt and realized the tunnel to this chamber sloped downward. If the water kept coming, it would flow straight into this chamber. Coven groaned and grabbed the bamboo again, He rushed back through the tunnels, trying to think of another place. He found another chamber, but it was too close to the new nursery. If the babies woke up hungry and sniffed out the food, they'd nibble on all of it before the rainy season was even over.
This spot is no good too,
Coven the bamboo rat said, shaking his head. Then he remembered. A storage chamber from many years ago. It was dug high in the tunnel system where the ground was packed tight and safe. It was made for an emergency situation just like this. It was dry, it was cool, and it was far enough from the babies, but close enough for the colony to reach. He told some of the other bamboo rats who were helping out, and they all quickly carried their food supplies to the new chamber, working fast before the water could rise any higher. With the babies safe and the food stored, Coven focused on stopping the water from filling up their main tunnel system. He scampered to the source of the flooding, and he saw all the water coming in from one place. And so he started digging a new drainage tunnel right in front of the spot where all the water was coming in. He had to dig one that was big enough to catch and direct any flooding waters away from the babies and the food. Water always flows downward, and Coven the bamboo rat knew if they made a tunnel leading downward from that main area away from their home, the rainwater would soon follow it instead of filling up their tunnels and chambers. The others followed his lead, their claws moving fast and working hard to make a tunnel to drain any extra water coming down into the tunnel system. They dug and dug, until finally, the water started trickling in the other direction, away from their main tunnels and deep into the forest floor. They had done it. By the time the rainstorm finally ended, the burrows, tunnels, and chambers were safe. The babies were cozy, and the food was right where it needed to be. Coven, exhausted but satisfied, slowly went back to his own little nook, a small round chamber he had built just for himself. He curled up, sighing happily. His fur was wet, his claws were sore, but everything was safe. Then, a tiny squeak made him open one eye. It was one of the baby bamboo rats he saved, who had wandered into his little nook, sniffing around. It wobbled up to him and nuzzled against his side. Coven smiled, because although he was about to go to sleep, he thought to himself, maybe he can rest later. But for now, he had more little ones to take care of. And the bamboo rat lived happily ever after. The end. Bamboo rats are a group of 4 species of rodents in the subfamily Rhizomini. They're amazing little creatures that live underground and love to munch on bamboo. There are 4 types of bamboo rats, which are the large bamboo rat, hoary bamboo rat, Chinese bamboo rat, and the lesser bamboo rat. Bamboo rats are found in China, Thailand, and other parts of Southeast Asia. Bamboo rats in many cultures are also a source of food for people and can be considered a delicacy, and they've been a source of food for humans for the last 1,000 years. Their scientific genus name is Rhizomus, which rhizo comes from the Greek word for root and mis meaning mouse or rat. So Rhizomus translates to root rat, which makes sense because bamboo rats spend most of their time underground digging tunnels and eating roots, especially bamboo roots. Bamboo rats can grow to be the size of house cats. They pretty much look like guinea pigs, and sometimes people do keep them as pets. But unlike guinea pigs, they have tails. Bamboo rats have kind of a potato-shaped body. Bamboo rats have round, plump bodies with tiny ears and small eyes. Their short and strong legs help them dig tunnels. Bamboo rat's fur is usually gray or brown with a lighter colored belly. They can grow as big as 20 inches long and can weigh up to 9 pounds. Bamboo rats live underground and dig deep tunnels to live inside them. They prefer to live in places where bamboo grows. Bamboo rats love to eat bamboo and their roots, their shoots, and stems. Sometimes they can eat fruits and seeds. Bamboo rats are expert diggers. They have strong teeth and legs that help them dig long tunnels underground. Bamboo rats are mostly solitary and they like to live by themselves, except when raising babies. And they're nocturnal too, which means they're mostly active at night. Once bamboo rats eat all the bamboo in one area, they move and dig new tunnels somewhere else. Bamboo rats are regarded as pests because they eat the roots of many crops such as cassava, sugarcane, tea bushes, and also bamboo. Other than being pests, they can also carry an infectious mold that can be dangerous for people if they're not checked. A mother bamboo rat can have 2 to 4 babies at a time. These babies are born with no fur. The mother takes care of the babies for about 3 months before they go off on their own. Bamboo rats have big front teeth that never stop growing. They need to continue to chew on things to keep their teeth short. Bamboo rats are quiet and shy, and even though they live underground, you might hear them making soft squeaks, especially when eating or digging. Have you seen a real bamboo rat before? If you have, where did you see it? If you want to write to us, ask your parent to email us at animalstoriesforkids@gmail.com and tell us what you think of our stories. We would love to hear from you. Thanks for listening to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. Plus, check out exclusive show-related content and join the community at patreon.com/animalstoriesforkids. Until next time, bye!